Why hello there ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Car Juice. Today I'm going to be giving you guys the squeeze on the 2025 BMW X5 40i. So the 25s are here. I don't think that they really made any big changes for 25, but I realized I'd never done a video on an X5 before, despite it being probably the car that I've sold the most of. I've covered the X5 50e pretty extensively, and I just had to do a video on this car. This car is furnished in the beautiful frozen pure gray, and it also has these specific LCI specific type 21-inch wheels wrapped with Pirelli P0s. They are 275 by 45 by 21 on the front end, and then you also have these quite nice LED headlights, and then this car also has the M Sport Professional package, meaning that front kidney grille is lighted, and then you also get the blacked out kidney grille, blacked out rear exhaust, M Sport exhaust, meaning that this thing sounds really good, and it just has all of these other nice little M Sport features, such as the more aggressive fender flares that are color matched to the rest of the same color as the rest of the body of the vehicle. And then you also get a choice of either red or blue calipers. It just looks really good, especially with the black kidney grille. The red just really pops and stands out. As you guys know, cargo road, but cargo space is very important as well. I swear, some things just never get old. The car actually has plenty of space here in the rear, and being that this car has the upgraded 21-inch tires, they are still run flats, and you do have a large amount of storage space here in the rear of the vehicle as well. If you upgrade to the 22s, you don't get the run flat tires, which makes a big difference for me, and that is part of the reason why I like these 21s so much as well. This car does not have a kick tailgate, as it does have a trailer hitch. It's something very important to keep in mind whenever you are building out X5s. If you get that trailer hitch, you're not going to be able to have some of the same features, such as the kick to open and close tailgate. But God, isn't this color just gorgeous? While we're already here at the back of the car, I might as well go ahead and get you guys a bit of a cold start. If you guys heard, that's actually really quiet. That's because this car features the new mild hybrid system, which does massively increase the fuel economy, and it also adds another 7 horsepower. Let's go ahead, throw it into sport mode, and get you guys some revs. All right, we'll put it back into comfort mode. So just performed some surgery and got the window sticker off of the back of this car, just so that I could go over the sheer amount of options that this vehicle is equipped with. So the X5 did receive a slight pricing increase for the 2025 model year. Unfortunately, I believe it was about a $500 or $700 increase, so not too bad, but every year the prices go up just a little bit on pretty much everything. So I just wanted to run through the list of options in case if you guys are comparing this to a vehicle near you, and what I personally think is worth it and what's not so much worth it. So the frozen pure gray metallic paint. Frozen is what BMW calls our matte finish. So that this car cannot be buffed or polished, which is very important to note if you are going to be somebody who drives a lot. You will want to get PPF finish on probably the mirror caps, and then also on your fenders, and then your front bumper, because this can't really be touched up either. It's very hard to match the finish on a frozen paint job. It's also going to be a little bit more expensive to repair it if in the event that needs to get done. This car, as I mentioned earlier, has the M Sport package, which gets you the more aggressive styling, adaptive M suspension, which also helps as far as cornering and handling goes, M steering wheel, which is a beefier steering wheel. I'll touch on that a little bit more while we're driving. Illuminated kidney grille, and then also you get the upgraded brake calipers, not listed here on the window sticker for some reason. All of these things are all purely just extra options. Like the regular paint is only $650, and you don't have to have the frozen pure gray. If you want to look unique, this is definitely worth it, and it looks really cool. M Sport Professional package, M Sport package changes how the car drives a lot. I maybe wouldn't add the M Sport Professional, but the M Sport is definitely worth it with the adaptive suspension. Parking assist, super nice. That's kind of one of those things I always tell people, you know, just get the parking and premium. If you just want like a nice X5, that's all that you really need to add, and then all the other stuff is kind of just a little bit more extraneous. But this lets the car park itself. This is the stuff that makes it feel like a BMW, such as a higher quality sound system, a heads-up display, And then obviously remote engine start too, which you can always add after the fact if you are interested in doing so. And then climate comfort package. This isn't necessary, but it adds in your rear heated seats. So if you have small children, that might be kind of nice. And then we always put a trailer hitch on whenever we stock vehicles in. This car is available for sale at the BMW dealership that I work at, BMW Cincinnati North. But with that out of the way, let's go ahead and hop in the driver's seat. All right, so in the driver's seat of the BMW X5, you are pretty comfortable. These are the SensaFin seats, as I mentioned earlier, which are super comfortable. They came out with these new seat designs in 2023 or 2024. They are not real leather, but they are very high quality and very comfortable. They're also very easy to clean, which is one of my favorite things and probably the reason why I talk most of my customers into getting these seats instead. This car features the 375 horsepower mid-output B58 engine, which is super duper fun, and then you also have the 8-speed transmission, which paired up to the mild hybrid system actually lets this thing get really good gas mileage. I think it gets about 25 miles per gallon combined, with upwards of almost 30 miles a gallon or 30 or so miles a gallon on the interstate, and then around town probably around 23 to 24 miles a gallon. And it's really fast too. With the 4.8 seconds 0 to 60 time, the X5 is no slouch. And whenever you opt with the adaptive M suspension, the steering is super quick, and the car has a quick ability in order to kind of fall into the corners and just handle more like a sports car than your typical SUV. All of our BMW X SUVs always have pretty much handled like sport cars on stilts rather than just handling like a big rolly SUV. My RAV4, I'm comparing a RAV4 to a $80,000 sports SUV, but my RAV4 leans into the corners. This thing doesn't lean, it just kind of holds and just rolls through the corners. That's what I love about BMW SUVs. You also have great quality materials all around the car. The transmission tunnel is soft padded, the dashboard is soft padded, and then the steering wheel is just really high quality. The M Sport steering wheel of this generation is probably one of my favorites. It's just a good size, and it's just very comfortable. You'd have no problem at all driving this thing on long trips, especially if you opted it with the Drive Assist Professional package, which in that case you would get a little bit of LED lights added to the steering wheel just to help you understand what this car is doing as far as the assisted driving portion of the vehicle goes. The car does have a full panoramic sunroof, which can be one push open and one push close, and it's a power shield, which makes it a lot nicer than having to crank around some big plastic shield. Definitely one of my favorite parts of this car. I mentioned earlier, but this car is optioned with the Harman Kardon sound system, which is super worth it. It's an $875 option usually, but with the X5, they force you to get it in that premium package. But the $875, definitely worth it. It's got a better bass profile than your standard sound system, and it just fills the car with a little bit more sound and a little bit more pizzazz. Ambient lighting, you have 17 different colors of ambient lights on this car, which contribute more to the bouginess aspect of this thing, because you can pick the color to fit your mood, and you can also do it with your voice just by saying, "Hey BMW," but I don't have that turned on right now because it can be a little bit annoying when you say BMW a million times in a video, and it can cause some issues. There's a car on fire on the other side of the road. Wow, that's kind of crazy. That's not good. BMW X5, super duper great car. You might be wondering, should I get this X540 versus an X550e? And I would probably still urge you maybe to go towards an X550e. I would give that car an 11 out of 10. This I'd give probably an 8 out of 10, maybe a 9 if you added in the M Sport package, just because it can lean into the corners a little bit better, and it gets a little smoother in comfort mode than a typical X5 does, just because those adaptive struts are just a lot better than standard. You also get the M Sport's exhaust, definitely worth the money on an X5 to update it to the M Sport package. But would I buy this over an X550e? Probably not, but reasons that you might be wanting to consider this is you might not ever be able to get another non-hybrid vehicle again in maybe 5-10 years from now. and maybe you want to capitalize on having a fire-breathing inline six while you still can. Has, you know, great reliability metrics. The B58 engine, while great, it's not going to be around forever, and you might want to experience what that engine is capable of before it is too late and it's gone forever. But yeah, if you guys are interested in this car, please feel free to hit me up at BMW Cincinnati North, ask for Caleb, and I will be able to take great care of you. The car has 375 horsepower, and it's just an absolute great vehicle to drive. But if you guys did like this video, please make sure that you drop a like on it, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Deuces.